Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Green Supply Chain Practices. Green supply chain practices are an integral component of modern supply chain management, reflecting the increasing importance of sustainability and ethical considerations in business operations. These practices involve integrating environmentally friendly principles into supply chain management, aiming to reduce the ecological footprint of production and distribution processes. Green supply chain management encompasses various strategies and practices, including sustainable sourcing, eco-friendly manufacturing processes, efficient logistics, and responsible waste management. The adoption of green supply chain practices is driven by a combination of regulatory requirements, consumer demand for sustainable products, and the potential for cost savings through improved efficiency. One of the fundamental aspects of green supply chain practices is sustainable sourcing. This involves selecting suppliers based on their environmental performance and ethical practices. Companies are increasingly evaluating their supply chains to ensure that raw materials are sourced from sustainable and ethical sources. For instance, the electronics industry has placed significant emphasis on responsible sourcing of minerals to avoid contributing to conflict and human rights abuses. Sustainable sourcing not only helps mitigate environmental and social risks, but also enhances the reputation of companies committed to ethical practices. Eco-friendly manufacturing is another critical component of green supply chain practices. This involves adopting processes that minimize waste, reduce energy consumption, and lower emissions. Lean manufacturing techniques, which aim to eliminate waste and improve efficiency, have been increasingly adopted across industries as part of green supply chain strategies. For example, the automotive industry has made significant strides in reducing the environmental impact of manufacturing through the implementation of lean practices and the use of recycled materials. By optimizing manufacturing processes, companies can reduce costs and increase competitiveness while minimizing their environmental impact. Efficient logistics and transportation are also essential elements of green supply chain management. Transportation is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, and optimizing logistics operations can lead to substantial environmental benefits. Companies are employing various strategies to reduce the carbon footprint of their logistics operations, such as optimizing delivery routes, using fuel-efficient vehicles, and shifting to more sustainable modes of transportation, like rail and sea. Additionally, advancements in technology, such as real-time tracking and data analytics, enable companies to improve their logistics efficiency and reduce emissions. Waste management and recycling are vital components of green supply chain practices. Companies are increasingly focusing on designing products with the end-of-life phase in mind, ensuring that materials can be easily recycled or safely disposed of. The concept of a circular economy, which aims to keep products and materials in use for as long as possible, is gaining traction as a sustainable business model. For example, the fashion industry is exploring initiatives like textile recycling and take-back programs to reduce waste and promote the reuse of materials. By implementing effective waste management practices, companies can reduce their environmental impact and create new business opportunities through the recovery of valuable materials. The adoption of green supply chain practices is supported by various regulations and standards aimed at promoting sustainability. Governments worldwide are implementing policies to encourage businesses to adopt environmentally friendly practices, such as carbon pricing, emissions trading schemes, and extended producer responsibility regulations. Additionally, international standards like ISO 141 provide frameworks for companies to implement and manage effective environmental management systems. Compliance with these regulations and standards not only helps companies avoid legal penalties, but also enhances their reputation and competitiveness in an increasingly sustainability-conscious marketplace. Consumer demand for sustainable products is another significant driver of green supply chain practices. With growing awareness of environmental issues, consumers are increasingly seeking products that are produced responsibly and have a minimal environmental impact. Companies that embrace green supply chain practices can differentiate themselves in the market and build stronger relationships with environmentally conscious consumers. For instance, the food industry has seen a rise in demand for organic and sustainably sourced products, prompting companies to redesign their supply chains to meet these consumer preferences. Meeting consumer demand for sustainable products can lead to increased sales and customer loyalty. The implementation of green supply chain practices presents several challenges, including the need for significant investments in new technologies and processes, potential disruptions to existing supply chain operations, and the complexity of measuring and managing environmental performance. However, the benefits of adopting green supply chain practices often outweigh these challenges. Companies that successfully implement GSCM can achieve cost savings through improved efficiency, enhance their brand reputation, and reduce the risk of regulatory fines and negative publicity. Moreover, green supply chain practices can drive innovation by encouraging companies to develop new products and processes that are both environmentally friendly and economically viable. In conclusion, green supply chain practices are becoming increasingly important in today's business landscape, as companies seek to balance economic, environmental, and social objectives. By integrating sustainable sourcing, eco-friendly manufacturing, efficient logistics, and responsible waste management into their supply chain operations, companies can reduce their environmental impact, meet regulatory requirements, and respond to consumer demand for sustainable products. The adoption of green supply chain practices not only enhances a company's competitiveness and reputation, but also contributes to a more sustainable and ethical global economy. As businesses continue to face pressure from stakeholders to improve their environmental performance, the importance of green supply chain management will only continue to grow. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UExcel, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.